All right, fans, here we go with our next bout of the evening. This is a 6-rounder in the featherweight division. This bout is brought to you in association with Andy Ruiz's ARJ Promotions. Your judges at ringside are Gerard White, Jonathan Davis, and Ron Scott Stevens. When the bell rings, your referee in charge is Thomas Taylor. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing black trim with white. He officially weighed in at 122 3/4 pounds. In 48 fights, he has 27 victories, 20 defeats, 16 wins coming by way of knockout. Joining us from Memphis, Tennessee, please welcome Ira, Mr. Showtime, Terry. And his opponent, fighting it out of the red corner. He's wearing red trim with gold and white. He officially weighed in at 123 1/2 pounds. He is undefeated in the ring with 7 victories, no defeats, 1 draw, 3 big wins coming by way of knockout. Joining us from Oakland, California, please welcome Anthony Garnica. Now to give final instructions is your referee in charge, Thomas Taylor.
Right now, the belt line's good here, belt line's good here. You got my instructions in the back. Protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands. Touch them up.
We're ready to go. Anthony Garnica, Ira Terry. You're going to join us, Jesse? Hang out with us. Jesse Vargas sitting here with us ringside. Beto Duran, Zach Hirsch, and Jesse Vargas here. Anthony Garnica, 7-0-1, taking on the veteran Ira Terry. And the arena still buzzing. Zach from Ashton, H2O. And you got some positive messages from people all over the country.
Yeah, I got a message from my dad, who's gotten to watch a lot of great boxers. He said he was equally impressive as Terrence Crawford at the same age, a superstar.
That's really cool. That's really cool. So, yeah, the building's still buzzing. 3 more fights to go here on MarvNation. Anthony Garnica with Andy Ruiz management behind him. So, Andy Ruiz Jr. Promotions, the fighter. And in the corner is Jorge Capetillo for Anthony Garnica.
Yeah, Andy Ruiz's management is behind him, and Andy Ruiz Jr., the former heavyweight champ, is literally right behind us.
Is he? Where's Andy at?
He's literally right behind us.
He's not behind us. He's behind you. What's up, Andy? Beto Duran, Jesse Vargas, and Zach Hirsch, and he's watching them right now. Yeah, you're right. And it's good to see the fighters get involved in the business side, right, Jesse?
Yeah, of course. Tell you what, I mean, Andy Ruiz is a promoter now, and he has very good eye for talent. I mean, he has Elwin as well, Elwin Soto, who's a world champion as well. Exactly, La Pulga, Anthony Garnica, a couple of the fighters. He has a good eye for talent, you know. And the thing is that when we're professional fighters, we can definitely tell when there's future in a fighter, and we definitely see future in Anthony Garnica. Again, I'm not promoting him or managing him. I'm just as a friend. Yeah, as a friend, I see talent in him, and I'm glad that he signed on with Andy Ruiz Promotions.
And what about 18-year-old Ashton H2O Silv, who just put on that show before this?
Oh, yeah, he put on a show, man. He did what he had to do. He took his guy out. He picked his punches well. Oh, look at Garnica. He landed 3 punches just now. You know, coming in with that right hand uppercut and finishing up with the right hand once again. The kid is talented. He's good defense right now. He's looking for his next big shot. You can tell right away. I mean, he has a veteran in front of him. He needs to be aware at all times, but he also needs to try and look for that opening.
I like when fighters get all excited, Zach. It's like they're talking, they're quiet, and all of a sudden, when they do get excited, it's real. It's legit, man. I like that.
Different level of excitement here, but Garnica with a very sharp jab.
We use authenticity, you know what I mean? It comes from the heart.
Yeah, Jesse also a Spanish broadcaster. You can hear him on the broadcast.
Yes, yes. We give it all we got. Like I said, I mean, it's all about being authentic with the fans, right? Yeah, and us being aware about, you know, what fighters can do, their potential, and how they react to getting hit, and also responding to get hit, right? So at the end of the day, I think it really helps.
Yeah, something we haven't mentioned thus far, his opponent, Ira Terry. He's what we call in boxing a journeyman. He's fought a list of killers. I mean, including Jorge Linares, who very recognizable name for a lot of fans at home. So Ira Terry definitely been in there with the best, definitely not there just to lay down. He's going to give Garnica probably as much as he can handle.
Ira Terry representing Tennessee, so shout out to everybody watching us in Tennessee right now. Good body shot from Anthony Garnica.
Tennessee, I just flew in from Tennessee, man.
There you go. And you hear
Garnica's
let's
left
go.
hand is sharp.
Yep. The let's go is from all of Andy Ruiz promotion sitting right behind us, so it's going to get loud behind us. And the more that Garnica starts moving on, the young fighter from Oakland, California. Jesse, when a fighter's in there for 6 rounds at this age, and he's only had 8 pro fights, what are you looking for from them?
You're looking at how they respond to getting hit, first of all, right? Because you don't want them to give up in the middle of a fight. You look at that, you look at the energy level, you look at the experience. I'd say his timing as well, and how he pursues a knockout, right? So it's numerous factors that are put into play to be able to identify whether a fighter has high potential to be a world champion or not.
And Zach, you brought up the fact that, you know, Ira Terry with the record of 27-20 at Journeyman, but you've been around the game, especially with your dad in the gym, where you see these guys, they come in, they know their role. They stay in the gym because there's going to be that phone call happening. That's what happened at Ira Terry this week. But then you're pretty sure your dad told you, in the sport of boxing, we need these kind of guys, right? They're very important.
Yeah, I mean, they've got some not so nice names, but a journeyman is what I think is the correct term here. And yeah, you definitely need them in the sport of boxing. You need them to prove that the prospects are who we thought they were.
Yeah, the journeymen, the gatekeepers as they progress in their career. And Ira Terry was telling me a couple years ago, he was getting calls 2 days beforehand. It's like, yeah, I'll take it. Like, should I have taken it? He's like, no, but they were paying, so let's go do it.
Yeah, and you see a lot in boxing where guys have to take second jobs, third jobs, you know, to help feed their family. So when they get calls in and they have to fight in last second notice, the record might not be the best indicator of their actual skill.
Yeah, I actually called one of Ira's fights back when he fought Linares. Oh, as he gets tagged with the good right hand.
That's a sharp one, too, from Garnica here.
Garnica with the good right hand. It was on the undercard of Kell Brook, Sean Porter at the StubHub in Carson, California. It was early on in the afternoon. And I was talking to Ira about that. He's like, man, I remember you. I was like, I remember you. It was hot that day, right? I was like, it sure was. And because Kell Brook was on the card, he also had Callum Smith and Luke Campbell early on. And then after Ira's fight, it was Deontay Wilder fighting, but because he got dropped, he didn't get to see the fight because the commission had him in the back still. So I told him, like, you know, Deontay fought after you. He's like, he did? He's like, I never knew that. Always love talking with the fighters, right, Jesse? You guys remember everything that goes on?
Definitely, definitely. And I mean, I know some good combinations by Garnica. He landed a 1-2-3, meaning jab right hand and a good nice hook right to the chin. But his opponent took it. I mean, that's the thing about some of these veterans. They know how to take a punch and come right back. And as you were saying about opponents earlier, right, that when it comes to them, they really put you to a test. Ooh, what a right hand by Garnica. Yeah. Just like in the previous fight that we saw earlier, I mean, there was actually an upset, right?
Yeah, Matt Gaver, 2-6-2. Don't let him fool you.
From Bakersfield.
The only blue corner to win thus far.
You just never know. That's the thing. That's why we love boxing so much. One punch can change it all.
Final seconds of the round. Anthony Garnica looking good. There it is. So we see all the comments coming through. Hector Suarez watching us in Knoxville, Tennessee. People saying the same thing you just told him, Jesse. Let your hands go.
Let your hands go. That's what he has to do. I mean, the guy's in front of him. He just has to set him up. You know, that's like I said earlier. That's one thing that we look into for talent, right? That they just let their punches go at the precise time when they see an opening. Again, he's doing a good job of it, but he's trying to be really calculate with his punches, right? He's trying to calculate everything, but he needs to just let his punches go. I think it's just him gaining that experience, right? He feels like he knows what's happening. He's just taking charge, making sure that he's winning the rounds, and he's doing so, but he also wants to make sure that he's active.
Anthony Garnica, a young man from Oakland, California, moved down to Southern California and was training with Manny Robles. At one point was just bouncing around trying to find somewhere to live from couch surfing, as many guys do when they're chasing their dreams. And that's where he met Andy Ruiz when they were with Manny Robles. And that's where, you know, Chef Alonso took care of him. They were living in the same house. And then they struck up a friendship. So when Andy decided to move on from Manny, Anthony went with him. It's like the older brother, little brother, and now it's manager, fighter.
Yeah, and Jesse, you're good friends with Garnica. We've talked about it. What's the difference between him in the gym and him in this fight right now?
You know, it's just he's in good condition. He's looking for a knockout, I think. I think he wants to prove something to everybody here. And that's why he's fighting the way he is. What a right hand. I mean, he didn't tell me this, but I can just tell he's looking for a knockout. You know, when in the gym, he's just letting his punches go. He's just looking a little more smoother, right? But right now, I can tell that he's on a mission. That's
good
why
right hand again from Garnica.
He's on a mission. I can tell he wants to knock him out. Maybe he saw something that I didn't. Maybe he saw that he heard him early on and he wants to finish him now. But I mean, oh, what a hook.
There it is. Jesse was looking for it. He got it answered. And Ira just has that look on like, all right.
You know, again, you know, coming from a fighter's perspective, you can tell a little bit, you know, what their intentions are. And that's what's really interesting. And it's great when it actually does come to fruition. And you got the Team Andy Ruiz team telling him finish him, which he should.
Ira Terry, a veteran, he knows how to survive. He knows how to make it difficult for you inside that ring. 47 fights in his career for Ira Terry. Final seconds of the third round. Good round for Anthony Garnica.
Garnica here slowed down the pace a little bit. I think he could have stood to throw a few more punches.
December, he fought in Puerto Vallarta, got the victory. And before that, he fought in Mexicali, he had a draw, a split draw. And he come back exchanging here to start the fourth round. And Ira Terry stepping on the gas.
Ira Terry coming out strong.
Okay.
Yeah, he came out swinging. You could tell he wants to also command some respect, right? And that's why he came out as aggressive as he did.
Terry's lost 4 in a row.
Terry here just singing a much different tune than the previous rounds, coming out swinging.
Terry's also fought, you mentioned some of the names, Zach. El Bandido Vargas back in 2013. Remember the name? How about this one? Jason Litza.
Ira Terry here going to
yeah,
work.
oh, and that's a trip. That's a trip.
Getting a good rhythm going. Garnica here going to have to weather the storm that Ira Terry has decided to put on him. It's a very interesting strategy change. I wonder what was said in the corner of Ira Terry coming into this round.
He's a veteran fighter like Ira Terry. You can let him know. He knows what he's got to do. Coming out of Tennessee. The experience definitely on Terry's side. Overhand right landed by Garnica. Uppercut goes back 1-2.
That was a huge overhand right. I think he lost your equilibrium for a second.
Yeah, you see Ira Terry a little bit less aggressive now that that overhand right landed, and rightfully so.
They're halfway through the round, and Ira put it back in third gear.
I agree. And I think he also gave it a shot, right? He's like, you know what, let me see if I can put him away. Let me see if I can catch him. Let me see if I can command some respect here, right? But he saw he wasn't gaining anything, and now he's thinking twice about it. It was a good intent, don't get me wrong. Maybe with a little more quality pressure, maybe it would have worked to his benefit. But it looks like he's just turned on Anthony Garnica.
In the red, Garnica from Oakland, California.
Oaktown. It's unfortunate. Ooh.
Solid 1-2 from Garnica.
That was a great one.
Yeah, that stopped Terry in his tracks.
It did. Now the question is he going to stop it? He stunned him, he hurt him.
Oh, and he dropped him with the big right hand. Garnica set him up and caught him here in the fourth round. Ira Terry sitting down. Is he going to get up? He's taking his time, and he beats it just in time, and no, it's over. Tom Taylor looked at him and said, no, he's going to wave it off. So Anthony Garnica with the fourth round stoppage. He's now 8-0.
And I gotta admit, that was a sensational knockout.
Good knockout, man. And there it is, the corner of Anthony Garnica with Andy Ruiz in his corner, gets the victory Garnica gets the victory. And a stoppage of veteran Ira Terry in the 4th round. An overhand right connected, bloodied the nose of Terry. Terry got up, but referee Thomas Taylor said no, he had seen enough. Waved off the fight.